Ну, всем добрый вечер. Продолжаем. Не забывайте, ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на канал. Заходите на телеграм-канал. Погнали мы сейчас. Так. Сейчас обойдем по этим. Давай гранату инферно. Поболтаем. Что нам скажут умного?
Commander, sorry I'm a little unfocused. Personal matter. It won't affect my duties.
Always have time for my crew. What is it?
As I said, it's a personal matter. I don't want to waste our time if it
Так,
turns out to
это,
be a goose
по-моему,
chase.
миссия Джейкоба.
Well, I got pinged by a ghost the other night. Family.
I'm listening.
Давай.
My private log got an update about the Hugo Gernsback, the ship my father served on. It sent an SOS last week, reporting a crash and requesting a rescue. Shepard, that ship went missing 10 years ago. I hadn't talked to my father for 3 years before that.
Ну, сейчас всех опросим и слетаем.
I'm not convinced it isn't just some automated distress signal ticking over. It's been too long.
I think you'd be more excited that your father might be alive.
He wasn't around enough for me to have bad memories. It's an old, well-healed wound. But if he's actually alive and needs help, I also want to note that it's not normal procedure for distress calls to be routed to the Normandy. This was passed to my personal log through Cerberus filters.
Any signs that this was a Cerberus front? Who passed this to you?
I doubt the elusive man would let a direct operations stake hold this long. If there's a link, it's probably just about money. Cerberus needs diverse holdings to fund projects like, well, you. And whoever sent this my way covered their tracks. Someone could be fishing for favors, or thought it would get under my skin. Who knows with that bunch?
You didn't get along with your father?
He made no apologies, I'll give him that. You make a mistake, you own up to it. Even if you keep making it. Whatever problems we had were a lifetime ago. I've had 10 years to get to where I am. And as far as I know, he's still a ghost.
Tell me about the Hugo Gernsback and what it was doing.
Privately held frigate. I looked over the mission brief when it disappeared. Nothing stood out. Typical research and grab operation. Find an uncharted planet, stake a claim, and establish as large a presence as you can as fast as possible to shut out competitors.
Ну,
I
погнали.
think we can spare the time. Pass the coordinates to Joker.
I appreciate that, Commander. I don't expect more than dusty old bones, but it'll be good
Сейчас
to
надо
close the
всех
record.
обойти. Собрать всех квесты, это если есть. С Мирандой, наверное, навряд ли что-то. Так. Блять, а где... А вон. Охуеть, способность недоступна пока. Ладно. Ни хрена нет. Так, у тебя есть какой-нибудь там отец, мать, бабушка, брат, сестра, собачка любимая?
How can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Later, updating crew dental records. All Cerberus personnel have cyanide capsules in molars. Primitive. Ocular nerve flashbangs harder to disarm. Anything else?
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Так. Давай Джокеру, все равно мы тут. Так, что мне тут скажешь?
I saw the reports on Horizon, Commander. What you did was amazing. The report mentioned that Ashley Williams was there. How did that go?
It was good to see her.
Do you have strong feelings for her?
Нет.
We had a job to do and we did it.
I understand. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
That'll be all.
Yes, Commander. Commander, you've received an
Отступник.
Incoming message from Admiral Stephen Hackett, Alliance HQ.
Commander Shepard, I need to discuss a sensitive matter with you privately.
I'll take this in my quarters.
Commander, thank you for your time. I'll keep this brief. We have a deep cover operative out in Batarian space. Name's Dr. Amanda Kenson. Dr. Kenson recently reported that she found evidence
Да ты что?
of an imminent Reaper invasion.
So why call me?
Just this morning I received word that the Batarians arrested her. They're holding her in a secret prison outpost on terrorism charges. I need you to infiltrate the prison and get her out of there. As a favor to me, I'm asking you to go in alone.
What is Dr. Kenson actually doing out there?
She's a deep cover operative, Shepard. We talk only when we have to. I'd heard she was investigating a rumor of a Reaper artifact in the system. Her last report said she'd found it.
What else can you tell me about the operative?
Amanda's a top scientist and Alliance agent working in Batarian space. It's a deadly assignment, and she's one of the few up to the challenge. She and I go back pretty far, Commander. I won't let her rot away in a Batarian torture camp.
I thought the Alliance denies the Reaper threat. That must be some proof she found.
Kenson's team found an artifact out in Batarian space.
Не буду спорить, но, по-моему, я знаю, чем это закончится.
Reapers are indeed planning to invade. I've known her a long time. If she says she has proof, it's worth checking out.
The Batarians won't take kindly to the Alliance breaking into a secret prison.
This is not an Alliance operation. It's one person going in alone to save a friend. If it were an official mission, of course the Batarians would be upset. You keep this quiet, Shepard, and there's nothing to worry about.
I have a
Да,
hell of a
зачем
squad.
кинуть впереться?
I'm sure they'd help out.
Kenson is my friend. If the Batarians see a squad of armed soldiers, they'll kill her. This is serious, Commander. Go in with discretion, or don't go at all.
I'll make this a priority.
The prison is hidden underground at a Batarian outpost on Aratat. I'll upload the coordinates now. Once she's secure, confirm her discovery. We'll debrief you when you're back.
Got it.
Hackett out.
Блин, мои рыбки. Так, ну давайте, кто у нас тут? Я хотел к Джокеру сходить. Погнали к Джокеру. Охуительный герой.
I've got an appointment with Shahira in 3 months. I can't wait.
We're flying into the eye of the storm, and you're thinking about some Asari prostitute?
Hey, Commander. It's pretty crazy the people you can run into.
Каких людей? А, ты
I
про
mean, it was
это, дуру?
probably a setup or something, but it was still good to see Ash, Operations Chief Williams, wasn't it?
Another reminder of how I lost more than 2 years. I don't need this garbage.
Right. Understood, Commander.
I assume everything is going well up here?
Shh.
Joker?
I can tell when it's listening.
I am always listening, Mr. Moreau.
I know.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Слушайте, пока говорить смысла нет. Погнали дальше. Сейчас мы...
Miranda wants to see you, Commander.
Кто хотел видеть? Да, блин, главный вопрос. Сходил чайку, навернул. На самом деле Липтона взял. Зеленого. Так. Что у нас? Кто у нас тут? Ну блин. Ладно, погнали сначала.
How may I help you, Commander?
Так, все, тут все нормально.
Commander.
I haven't had a meal that good in a long time.
I didn't think Rupert had it in him.
Так, Мирандочка.
Shepard, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking for
Да
your
ты
help.
что?
I don't like discussing personal matters, but this is important.
Miranda, you're one of my crew. Tell me what's on your mind.
You remember what I told you about Father? Building a dynasty? There was another reason I went to Cerberus for protection. I have a sister, a twin, and he's still hunting her. Cerberus has kept her safe, until now. She's living a normal life on Ilium.
Так, Ilium, там как раз киллярочка.
So you think your father has tracked her down?
Precisely, Commander. My sources indicate he knows that she's on Ilium. I've tried to keep her hidden without impacting her life, but I'm out of options. He's too close. I need to relocate my sister's family before it's too late.
What do you know about your sister?
She's my genetic twin. We're identical, but she deserves a normal life, and she's going to get it no matter what.
Так.
Does your sister's family
То
know
есть
about
будут
this?
две
Are they
Миранды.
okay with being relocated?
They know nothing. They're completely uninvolved. Normal. I told Cerberus, and they're coming up with a positive reason to move the family.
What do you need me to do?
My father is extremely persistent. I'd like to go to Ilium when Cerberus is moving the family to make sure none of his agents get too close. My contact's name is Lantea. She'll be waiting for us in the lounge near the Nos Astra docking
Так,
bay.
сначала сделаем эти. Ну, в общем, с эти. Сейчас собежим всех. Сначала Джейка, потом Миранда, потом завтра, потом посмотрим. Так, ну по идее в Варусе нет никаких миссий.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some
Понятно,
calibrations.
что первую часть я делал, то
I'll
смысл.
be here if you need me.
А вот сейчас кто там? Кацуми вообще она не это. Не перешед кобыле хвост, она только, ну, не знаю, встретить она будет или нет. Третья, в общем-то, не играл. Ну так, начинал тоже. Так, тут у нас...
What's this area of the ship?
3-2 раз.
That's all for now.
Он тоже не пришей.
Shepard, I was just waxing goddamn nostalgic.
А там с той стороны кто? А этот, как там его? Вот у него может быть задание, хотя я представляю туго, да, какое.
Shepard,
Just checking in, making sure you're acclimatizing.
the hold is too open, not enough cover. Armor is limited. Warlord Grant would target here to scatter heavy cargo, then focus on engines. That's what tank imprints show about human ships anyway. It's how I learned from the tank. Old pictures where memory is. Like holding a book for a child. Just remember this, picture after picture. No help with finding a reason to care.
What other human info was floating around in there?
Less than a finger deep to sever your spine. You're soft. Solarians, Asari, all soft. Quarians, not so much. Turians, you have to work the blade, I guess. Don't see much point to it, though. Much point. Never mind.
Something must move you. You're as genetically Krogan as you can get.
I see suffering, the dead, and I think weak. I'm supposed to be strong. My guts were grown from thousands more worthy. The dead were weak. If they were strong, I wouldn't be needed. I don't know why Okeer started teaching. When he turned on the tank the first time, I screamed. Weak, pitiful.
So you started small, but you became what you are. Not everyone gets that chance.
I'm built for strength, but didn't earn it. I just am. Those dead were strong enough to try, even if they lost. The perfect Krogan, ignoring what made me. No strength in that. I'll take another look at what happened to the Krogan. Find a reason to care about it.
Так, а что-нибудь нового скажешь?
Shepard.
Just checking in, making sure you're acclimatizing.
Humans talk too much. Like the tank. Come back later.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
Так, кто тут еще у нас? Так, эти вот голубки. Сама ты безумная женщина.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Где тут моя безумная женщина? Ау, безумная женщина, ты где? А вот она.
Hey.
Tell me about you, Jack.
I'm done talking. Come back later.
I should go.
Yep. Hey.
Tell me about you, Jack.
I'm done talking. Come back later.
I should go.
Yep.
Так, понятно. Значит, два этих и на это треть. Вообще, люто. А потом все эти вот эти, блин, ну в общем эти сделать второстепенные. Так, сначала Джейкоб. Где тут? Блин, куда какую-то жопу за мира залез? Так, из жопы мира вылез.
I have detected an anomaly.
Ух ты ж, ёп.
Registration BW4610034087. Impact and unscheduled suborbital deceleration recorded. General distress.
Так.
Scans have found something.
Не-не-не. Какой нахер запуск сканера? Тут нулевого элемента, блин.
Launching probe.
Да и вообще. Сейчас мы тут сезон потратим.
Launching probe.
Восполнить кислотно-щелочной баланс. Ух ты.
Probe away.
Кто сейчас смотрит стрим, напишите как качество. Во.
Probe away. Probe launched. Probe launched.
Во.
Probe away. Launching probe. Probe away.
А где еще нулевой элемент? Во.
Probe away. Launching probe. Probe away.
Все. Приземление. Так. Ну чё, блин, Джейкоба. А, это Гарс. Не, давай-ка возьмем. Хацуми. Она может прыгать во все места. Ничего, такая планетка вроде.
I have run a scan of the ship. I detect no life signs, but there may be useful technology or information still inside.
Ай, блин. Я Джейкобу не дал этих.
There it is, and mostly intact. They could have survived impact.
Оружие нормальное.
Years. Looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
What a mess.
Repeat, toxology alert.
Along with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds.
Repeat, toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay.
Local floor.
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by acting captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Аварийные протоколы.
Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours. Following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback, activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours on the authority of acting captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Come on, let's get going.
Let's check the ship. My father had the beacon for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
There's no way he could avoid eating something grown on this planet.
По-моему, они вообще дебилами становятся.
What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? My God, I can't remember her face. We need to get out. So I can remember, can think straight. They have to hurry.
Так. Плохо.
Expect the luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him.
Ладно. Такое чувство, что правит ими редиска среди овощей. И вот все это стоят, все эти препятствия.
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. but some want to fight him. They were cast out.
В общем, секту
He
создал.
exiled them, so they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will come.
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
Убивать-то я могу лучше. Гораздо лучше. Кто там? Полетел. Голубчик. Дайте мне бахалку. Вот за это я Кацуми взял. Она втащить может. Да ты что?
Strip for parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure. Is that a settlement? They'd better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
Одни бабы. Гарем такой.
They're wearing the same uniform as the ones who attacked us, but they don't look ready for a fight.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent?
Да нет, скорее всего.
That would make sense. But the woman on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
Not the best reaction to the family resemblance, Jacob.
Why would my father force his crew to eat toxic food? Whatever's happening here needs to stop.
He has a cruel face. His cruel face.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that.
He keeps us, protects us, and we please him like he demands.
Непонятно, как вы его угождаете.
He did this to his own men? Who the hell are we dealing with here?
Well, that would make them hate him. But maybe it was just for defense.
Please, here. You have his face. But you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read. But this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs
Для защиты.
The beacon was fixed after a year, so the plan must have worked. Why no signal?
Those weren't the last entries on the casualty list. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women.
Самочки.
Assigned them to officers.
Тем более они, в общем-то, по умственному развитию стали такими же.
The officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out. But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Does it say why he separated the men and the women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard? I don't see any.
Чужой хер как сабля. Угрожает твоему.
He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
Do you see an explanation for this? He's your father.
Is he? None of this fits. Maybe the initial decision, but the rest? Abuse of power doesn't get any clearer than this. I need to find this man.
Сейчас будет большой бадабум. Ух, блин, уё. Я думал, бумкнет лучше. Да ты что?
It looks like that dried up body was left as a warning. These newer ones were just dumped here.
The hunters started fighting back.
Draw left!
Going dark.
Got him. Careful. I automated my defenses after the crew turned violent. I keep attacking. I had no choice.
He had plenty of choices. Too late to blame today.
Блин. Когда мне новую винтовку дадут? Это уже не сильно справляется. Ну-ка, снайперку. Это кто-то. Так. Где тут? Идут еще. Я бы хотел бы этот как в этой части и в третьей такой коллиматорный прицел. Во. Так. Я думаю, сегодня сейчас Джейкоба сделаем и все. Что-то много времени занимается. Молодец, Кацуна. Блин, еще идут. Дайте мне этот снайперку. Так.
Throwing people away. This thing is not my father.
Так. Элементы питания у меня до хера получается. Ах ты ж, сука. Так, где вот у нас... Нахер. А них не за дырявым укрытием прятаться. Это кто тут? Блин, прибить-то его можно? Давно бы так.
Enough with the toys. I need to look my father in the eye and hear him justify this.
Так, что-нибудь интересное тут есть? Кто сейчас смотрит стрим, пишите, как качество. Так.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've gotta have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild.
Ой, брешешь,
Probably
ой,
up here in some kind
брешешь.
of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
Пиздишь.
That's the best you can do.
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you're acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No, not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hoped to leave it at that.
I'm
Брешешь.
not biting, Captain. At some point, you chose to do this to your crew. You.
What was that moment? I want to know that there was an actual reason.
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down.
Да ты что?
Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the droolers. That was before the hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood.
Да.
I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
I gave him a good start. He was a smart
Ну
kid
да.
and was better off not following me.
Пинок.
We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Till you needed someone to save your ass.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little
Это
too
что?
well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
There's no way I'm letting this slide, Taylor. A price will be paid.
How much? What kind of math can balance these lives? His life isn't worth pulling the damn trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
We'll secure him for an alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I did the best I could.
I'm 10 years past believing that.
Alliance ships are inbound to secure Captain Taylor and his crew, Commander. We'll be long gone by the time they get here.
Don't even give him the taillights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Nothing goes through this ship, my ship, without a report to you.
I had no more reason to believe Jacob's father was alive than he did, but I'm happy to know the situation is behind you.
Fine, you didn't forward it, so who did?
I did.
Figures. Who else could get into Cerberus channels?
It was hardly classified, just obscure. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor can rot in prison.
doesn't change who I am or what I know. I've already mourned the man he used to be. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this?
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know.
Ну, естественно, не ты.
She requires a better man than I.
Come on, we've got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard, thanks for the help.
Anytime, Jacob.
Ща мы тебя переоденем в стринги. Ладно. Всем спасибо, всем до свидания. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайки, заходите в Телеграм, комментируйте, ну и заходите на стрим. Все, всем пока.